Backwoods Angler TV. Today we are walleye fishing on Lake Oneida.
And we're glad to be here.
Our guide, Tony Buffa, knows what it takes to catch Oneida walleye.
What's incredible to me is the bite improved when the sun came out. Take the textbook and throw it away.
Oneida is known for its walleye, and they grow 'em big out here.
They really hit hard.
However, we came out of here today with quite a mixed bag.
Lane just can't stay away from these small heads. And they love him.
So come on along and join us. It's walleye fishing on the high seas of Oneida.
So far they are winning, but we will survive.
Brought to you by Case Plastics, makers of the Sinkin' Salty Shad. It's a cloudy day on Lake Oneida.
Walleye fishermen see this kind of weather and they just smile.
Chris Gorsuch and I are walleye fishing with our guide, Tony Buffa.
We're basically going to fish with these bucktail jigs this morning. And purple is a dominant color on this lake, black and purple. All my jigs come with a stinger hook tied into them as well, so we got a main hook and a stinger hook, and we'll keep them dressed with a night crawler. Just take out the supply you think you're going to need. The purpose of this is to keep the deck of the boat clean, keep your hands clean, and we literally wash the worms, get all the bedding off of them. Put these worms on ice, and they'll stay nice and firm throughout the day. As the ice melts, that's not a problem. A worm can actually stay submerged for 24 hours without any damage. And if the supply of worms is left over at the end of the trip, just put them back into the bedding. They do well, but they'll swell up and get nice and hard when they're in that cold water. What I like to do is take the dark end of the night crawler, about 1/8 of an inch, break it through, cut the worm in half, and then on the stinger hook, put the second piece. That gives you a double shot. If you get stripped on one hook, you still got worm left on another one. Our setup here is 6-pound test fire line with a 2 feet section of fluorocarbon 10-pound test leader material. And that's all it's going to take. Fundamental technique is to just get it out there. We're basically in 15 to 12 feet of water here on a shoal. Make sure that jig gets to the bottom. Tighten the line up. Wait to see the slack. Once you see the slack, you know you're on the bottom. It's a gentle pull, kind of finesse jigging. Got a nice southwest wind this morning, we should be okay. When you get close to the boat, it's what I call the vertical mode. You can do the dancing like you were ice fishing. Jig gets to the point where it's under the boat, time to start all over again. There we go.
Sounds like we're ready to go.
Yes, we are.
Tony's got us set up. The seas are rolling, our boat is rocking, and we are after Lake Oneida walleye.
We're on. Yep.
Way to go, Blaine. Way to go. There's our first one.
There we go.
Now we're talking. That's what we're here for, right there. Right there.
Well, that's a good walleye.
So, Blaine, you not only know how to bass fish, you know how to
We
walleye
can catch a
fish
walleye from
also.
time to time.
It's a
yeah.
multi-dimensional man we have here.
I've been called a lot, Tony, but I don't know. We're using some of Tony's homemade little bucktail hair jigs tipped with live night crawlers. It seems to be a favorite out here, that and the laid baits like sonars or silver buddies. Tony, what's our water temp right now?
We're looking at 70 degrees, which is a good thing. Walleyes kind of pick up a tempo when that water temperature hits around 70. So metabolism is quicker. They should feed more frequently. And this lake just about becomes homothermal because it's such a shallow, there we go, such a shallow lake. Lake is a shallow lake. It's got an average depth of about 20, 22 feet. It's 22 miles long, 6 miles wide. Boy, they don't fight like bass, but they eat like walleyes. Just north of it, north of us, is the deepest spot in the lake, 55 feet, called Catfish Hole, right off of Cleveland.
A Lake Oneida walleye.
Look, he wanted that jig. It's almost buried in his mouth. That's a brown and white, one of my favorite colors. Black and purple is another favorite, and any perch pattern color works as well. Do like the stinger hook in there. We'll let him go.
They don't fight like bass, but they eat like walleyes. That's perfect. That's a good line.
Well, the weather started getting rough and our tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of our fearless guide, we might have been lost.
These showers just all of a sudden started popping all over the place. Like a squall line's coming through here or something.
And the rain didn't make the fishing any easier.
We were catching, but boy, I'll tell you what, the fish had to basically ring your phone, say, I'm on the line, please set the hook.
Like I said,
This is walleye fishing on Lake Oneida.
we're going to have to get even. So far, they're winning.
I like your attitude.
So far, they are winning, but we will survive.
Will Tony guide us out of the storm? Will we find some walleye? Stay tuned. Backwoods Angler TV will be right back. Coming up on Backwoods Angler TV.
My wife came up with this great recipe for catching a fish. Never even jigged it.
That's the cool thing about walleye fishing on Lake Oneida right there. You get an accidental bronze back of 3 or 4 pounds from time to time.
It ain't bass fishing, but it sure is a lot of fun.
Nice fish.
What's his secret? It's wacky worm where bass is king. Crankbaits, spinnerbaits, jerkbaits, and more. Check out our 70-foot wall of plastics. Over 800 rods and reels from the leading manufacturers, plus our own handcrafted jigs and soft plastic lures. For tons of tackle and friendly service, Wacky Worm, the true secret in fishing.
See that? He came right back for it.
Do you own an outboard jet motor? Backwoods Angler TV's new DVD, 30-minute PM Outboard Jet Preventative Maintenance, is sure to save you money from repairs, and it will keep you on the water and on the fish.
Welcome back. We are on Lake Oneida,
There we go.
walleye fishing, and our guide Tony Buffa just hooked a fish. That was good.
Man, is this fish swimming at me? Nice fish.
All right, Tony, good walleye.
Good walleye.
Chris,
That's a
He
good
ate it.
walleye.
he ate it. Good old head and sonar, 431. Double hook. 2x2.
Very good fish.
I can taste them now. My wife came up with a great walleye recipe. Take a sheet of tin foil per serving and take either one red potato or potato and a half or 2 red potatoes. Cut it up into circles no greater than 1/8 of an inch thick each. Oh, we got a fish on here. It's a great way to interrupt a recipe. Matter of fact, oh, there's a nice perch. Nice perch.
That's a good eating fish right there.
Yeah, it is. I'll find a plate. Take 2. So my gal Cal, which is the name of the boat, but also my wife's nickname, Cal, came up with this great recipe for catching a fish. That's what we lacked all day. We had to talk recipe.
Yeah, we had to talk,
I guess so.
we had to talk dinner. It's a good fish.
Yeah, that's fighting. That's walleye all the way.
Yeah.
That's walleye all the way. Thank you, Chris. Yeah. Thanks. Little guy. He'll be good in the fall. Okay. Take 3.
So you were saying,
My gal Cal, the name of the boat, which is also my wife's nickname, Cal, came up with this great, real healthy way to prepare walleye. Take a sheet of tin foil per serving. Squirt some Pam on there. Take a red potato or 2 red potatoes. Cut them up into circles about 1/8 of an inch thick. Put that down as your bed. Now lay 2 fillets on the top of that. Take a plum tomato, rip it up in your hands, tear it all apart, put the pulp in there and the juice in there. And now flavor to your taste. Salt, pepper, a little bit of lemon, base seasoning, blackening seasoning, some scallions. And here's the coup de grace. Take your palm and put some cooking sherry. Fill up your palm with cooking sherry. Toss that in, seal that baby up airtight, put it on the grill at a medium flame for 15 minutes, and I'll tell you, you'll have the most sweet preparation of fish you have ever tasted, and it is very healthy for you. End of story.
Now when you lays on.
I tell you, that's our problem. We had to talk recipe. I'll be there.
sure that little guy will lift. Good looking healthy walleye.
At Sportsman's Table, our mission is to bring you and your family and friends together to enjoy the harvest of the great outdoors. We strive to offer the highest quality items for preparing, cooking, and serving fish and wild game. Also available at Sportsman's Table are personalized gifts for family, friends, and business associates. Pick up Sportsman's Table brand beef jerky at selective retail merchants throughout the Lehigh Valley and beyond. From our family to yours, Sportsman's Table is here to help complement your sporting lifestyle. Bring your family and invite some friends. March 26th to the Calvary Church in Souderton, PA for the 2011 Outdoor Expo. Admission is free. Come and meet our panel of fishing experts who will answer your fishing questions just before the season begins. Come on out to this free event, March 26th at Calvary Church. For more info, please visit www.calvaryexpo.com.
River fish live in nasty places.
The River Pro 186 Low Pro is the ultimate shallow water fishing machine. Agile, aggressive, and armed to the teeth with all the angling ammo you'll ever need. With the Mercury Sport Jet, you'll fly over just inches of water, places no ordinary boat could go. River Pro, hard-bellied, all-welded, custom-built jet boats for the serious river fishermen like you.
Today on Backwoods Angler TV, our target is Lake Oneida walleye. We're here on Captain Tony Buffa's vessel. We got a light wind, perfect conditions right now. Some cloud cover. And Tony says we are on a stack of walleye right here.
Just about going off the screen now. And you can see our plot line from a couple days of drifting. This place is called Sugarloaf Bar. It's the southeastern tip of the Shackleton Shoals network of humps and bumps. And it's about a 2-mile stretch. And this is the eastern edge of it. And we're glad to be here. There you go, Chris. Nice. Marked them, caught them.
Walleye. Small walleye. What is a walleye? Well, it's not that small. Very respectable walleye.
Easy there, killer.
It's a walleye.
Nice fish. There's a dandy. Nice walleye, Chris.
Mr. Walleye.
That was in 15 feet, 14.9 to be exact, but look at that. Look at that. Boy, they really hit hard, don't they? They really hit hard. By the skin of the upper lip. You can't get any closer.
I wouldn't have had a little bit of a tip on his nose. He wouldn't have had him at all. It's unbelievable.
Awesome. 17 and a half.
It ain't bass fishing, but it sure is a lot of fun.
It's a smallmouth. It's a big smallmouth.
You're kidding me. Nope. 17 and a half feet of water. Lane just can't stay away from these small heads. He loves them. And they love him.
I love them. That's the cool thing about walleye fishing on Lake Oneida right there. Yeah. You get an accidental bronze back of 3 or 4 pounds from time to time. That's a fat fish too, isn't it?
17 and a half feet of water.
How about that? We certainly have had our fill of variety today, haven't we not? A couple of freshwater drum.
Can't keep them away.
Smallmouth.
Yeah, that is a good sized pickerel.
Chain pickerel. Perch, pumpkin seed. Catfish. Big old catfish. That's a good catfish, I'll tell you what. A few walleye mixed in, which that's what we're after, and they are as finicky as ever with the way they're biting these lures today.
A decent one. There's a decent one.
It's a good walleye.
That's on the head sonar, the original blade. Look at that, come out pretty easily. Pretty walleye. Walleyes are a bit of a chameleon type. They'll assume the color of the habitat they're in. So this walleye has not been a deep water walleye. If it was, it would be more gray and dark. It's got the nice yellow tone on it, which means the sunlight's been able to get to it. Never even jigged it. First pull, on the drop. What a bonus. You know this one's inhaled. Oh, that's a good one, too.
That's a good walleye.
There's a dandy. There's a nice fish right there.
That's a nice walleye.
There we go.
Very good fish.
Nice fish. Nice color.
Yep.
Shallow walleye.
What's that one measure? 19, 18, 18 and a half.
18 and a half and add a half an inch because my ruler starts a half an inch from the board. So that's a 19-inch fish.
Now you hit that fish, you said right on the fall, you never even
I never
never
it.
popped
No,
it.
It was there. I never pulled it once.
That fish-
I just started my pull and it was there.
Just there.
What's incredible to me is the bite improved when the sun came out. And we're in shallow water where that sun is reaching all the way to the bottom. So take the textbook and throw it away. Joining you. Bye. Guys, reel them in. Remember where I told that other guy to go this morning? Go to the pin buoys? Apparently he didn't do anything. Another of my buddies is there. He's annihilating them. 12 feet into 22.
Tony's pulling the bags. We're going to the buoys. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
We got the call.
We got the call. Come on back.
Bill, what color are you running?
Mark Holenchik Home Improvements now installs sun tunnels. Do you have a dark room or hallway? A sun tunnel skylight can brighten your home. And you'll save on your electric bill by not using lights during the day. We can transform your room in just a couple of hours. Call now and receive a 3-day, 2-night hotel accommodation at one of 24 popular resort destinations. Be sure to visit our website or call Mark Holenchik Home Improvements today.
Klein Farms Dairy and Creamery, located in Forks Township just north of Easton, offers you wholesome natural foods straight from the source. We are licensed by the state of Pennsylvania to sell raw milk, and also available is our all-natural yogurt, mozzarella, ricotta, and flavored cheese spreads. Check out our large assortment of artisanal cheeses, including cheddar, Colby, and Gouda. We also carry beef, eggs, and local honey. So buy fresh, buy local. Stop by Klein Farms Dairy and Creamery today.
Nice fish. What's his secret? It's wacky worm where bass is king. Crankbaits, spinnerbaits, jerkbaits, and more. Check out our 70-foot wall of plastics. Over 800 rods and reels from the leading manufacturers. Plus our own handcrafted jigs and soft plastic lures. For tons of tackle and friendly service, Wacky Worm, the true secret in fishing.
I'm here today with our guide, Tony Buffa. Tony, how long have you been doing this?
This is my 35th season.
Wow.
Yep. And it seems
Full
like
time? Did you start out part-time?
It seems like it's still the first season.
Is that right?
That excited about taking people out fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been on Lake Oneida?
Well, most of my life, actually. I fished this when I was a little kid and got into the guiding 35 years ago.
Okay, and now you also run people up on Lake Ontario. Tell us a little bit about that.
I have another boat, a nice big Penyan, 29.9, up at Oswego Marina on Lake Ontario, where we chase the trout and salmon. So I get the best of both worlds. When one pond is off, hopefully the other one's in mode.
Now, let's just talk a little bit about the Ontarios, the fishing trips up there, seasonally. If anglers book you for one of those trips, what can they expect, say spring, summer, fall?
Right from the get-go in April, brown trout are our target. They're in shallow. We catch them in anywhere from 5 to 15 feet of water. We get into the month of May, I'm going to concentrate on my walleye fishery primarily in most of June. By the time we get to mid-July, this backs off a little bit for me, and I'm exclusively up on Lake Ontario right through the end of September. But I'm back in here for the fall bite, mid-October, right through Thanksgiving.
So your season is April through Thanksgiving?
April through Thanksgiving. I get 8 months on the water, and I love every minute of it.
Now, a lot of people, I'm sure the big salmon up on Ontario are a draw.
They're the money fish up there.
Yeah.
That's why people book us from mid-July on.
How big can you catch them?
Well, years gone by, a 40-pounder was not a rare event, but now it is a rare event.
Is that right?
Well, the fishery's been in existence for well over 30 years, and if you look at any of the artificial fisheries, they undergo certain forms of stress, and that's what's happened. The forage base isn't as dense as it used to be, and obviously the the growth then is not as accelerated. So we're happy with 30-pound salmon, though.
Yeah, I would be too. Now, do you run into steelhead up there as well?
The steelhead fishery is the most active in the fall, and by then I'm back down here.
You're back down here.
Yes, but you know, coincidentally, we'll catch steelheads while we're targeting browns and kings and Lakers.
Now, what we did yesterday, you had us out on the lake yesterday early in the morning, and we got hammered by weather, by wind, and you said, let's go catch some bass. We went in and caught some bass. What, in your experience, just tell us a little bit about your opinion on the bass fishery here on Lake Oneida.
This bass fishery is second to none here, particularly the smallmouth bass fishery. And the reason it's so good is because we've left it alone for so many years. Central New Yorkers are spoiled with walleye and yellow perch. They love to catch them, take them home, and have a meal. Obviously, the smallmouth bass don't taste as good as those, so local anglers leave them alone. They don't even target them. So they fish out of the areas where you would primarily target the smallmouth.
Wow. And we caught largemouth right in with them.
Yes, we did. That population has certainly had a chance to rebound and become more robust because since zebra mussels have inhabited the lake, we have more weeded areas.
Very cool. You have a heck of an operation here. This is a blast.
It's wonderful. When the walleye fishery is off, I can always, offer a secondary opportunity with the bass.
Excellent. Yeah. It's a great deal. Thank you for everything, man.
Pleasure, Blaine.
We will have Tony's information on our website, backwoodsanglertv.com. Let's get back to some more fishing on Lake Oneida.
Way to go, Blaine. Think walleye. Don't you be thinking bass.
Could be a walleye. It's a walleye.
Nice walleye.
That's a walleye, huh?
Nice walleye.
Excellent. Right.
Excellent.
Very, very cool. In the bright sunshine, Tony, huh?
High noon. You heard the noon whistle.
Yeah. That was our target today. We got a lot of different fish today, though, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Boy, I'll tell you.
It's a nice 17-incher.
Tony, it was absolutely a blast.
My pleasure.
We had a ball.
Thank you.
We had a ball. Backwoodsanglertv.com. We will have all of Tony's information posted on the website. Go to backwoodsangler.com for information on anything else you need here, fishing trips. Chris Gorsuch, Tony Buffa, I'm Blaine Mangle. Good fishing. Walleye fishing on Lake Ontario.
Oneida.
Walleye fishing on Lake of the Woods. Walleye fishing on Lake Superior. Boy, wake up. It's hard to think about standing in the place where you fish. Now face west. Think about the walleye that you missed because you're drifting too fast. You get it all here. These all got together today and said put the worms as far away from the host as possible so he looks like an idiot all day long.
Backwoods Angler TV, brought to you by Case Plastics.
It was a fish!